that. All right, so this question is for Ned Steinberger, if you have time. I'm celebrating 14 years of Cigar Box Guitar building, and I've built a lot using the headless design. These are rollers for a screen door. Haha. And I reverse this anyway. So this idea of what to do up here. So what I want to do, I was going to do this and slot this, but that looks so messy, and kind of do this idea. But then I thought about, what if I just drill holes? What if I just drill 3 holes right through here, like at an angle, and then put my fret here somewhere? So they would go through here. Now my question to Ned Steinberger is, the ball ends come in for a 25-inch scale. So when I go from here to here, and it's 25, how much pull is on these strings? Like where do I drill my holes here? Where do I drill my holes here? How far back so I can allow for the spacing here? This rate, I was gonna do this as a 26-inch scale, but the strings I'm learning only come in 25.5. If you can help me, that'd be killer. 14 years, okay. I've dotted my I's and crossed my T's, yacht and tittle. All right, check it. So there's all this, like, I wanted this thing to be really simple, but it wound up being like really complex. Now that it's set up, run to your local guitar store, to eBay, to whatever, and go pick up a Steinberger. Get one of his Spirit guitars if you're a guitar player. They're cool, dude. Just engineering wise, it's cool. Like the original Steinbergers, they're like $1,000, $2-3 grand. This idea of like, he did this. Now this is like a overseas knockoff. They shouldn't be doing that, and I shouldn't have bought it, but whatever. It was super cheap, and I don't know how to fab this, and I wanted to go from my idea quickly, so I kind of feel stupid in a way for getting it, but sometimes you guys gotta do what a guy's gotta do, old son. Heard it just now. This right here, this little unit that came from Captain Jack, North Carolina. He sent it to me, popped it in, wired it up. This is just like the unit. Beneath this right here, inside of this block right here, not this is just a spacer from Captain Jack, is a piezo disc facing down on the box right beneath this. So here's your acoustic sound, hopefully. We're gonna check it here in a second, dude. We'll see what happens. All right, so that one is wired into one of these. This is why it's A and B, because this isn't tone and volume. This was for a bass. So I think this is just like volume for channel A, and here's his little switches, and then here's B switches. So it's just fun, dude. Again, it's a cool part that Captain Jack sent me. So this top right here, again, scrap-a-doo, scrap-a-laptic. I wanted it to be more tight. If you look at, I just watched this a show called The Secret Life of Bees. If you look inside of a honeycomb, right, see this pattern right here? This is just neat, dude. There's no, whatever, I just think it's cool. This pattern, this 3D box pattern is inside of a 6-sided B, their little things. I just saw this pattern when I was watching that show anyways. Wired it. 2 pickup systems. Oh, so this right here came from Captain Jack too. He sent me like a care package, dude, and I was starting this build. I knew I wanted to do whatever build this is. It's the number celebrating the 14th year of building. I didn't know what pickups to use. I was going to use Donnie's pickups, but he's busy and I'm busy, and we're both girl dads. But Captain Jack happened to send this, and then later on sent this. So I'm just, again, the whole concept of Hot Sauce Guitar Kitchen, Hot Sauce CBG is doing this hobby around childcare, washing dishes. I gotta fix this back here. We're getting to my point, dude. I'm just kind of excited because this took forever to build. This was really, really pretty back here. But then I really wanted to, like, I spaced out on this detail right here. So I really had, I'm really nerding out on, I can't go on and on and on about this, dude, because it's like an engineering thing, but you have to have a certain pull. A certain pull back here by your nut is just important. That's why that 15-degree scarf joint was so mind-blowing to me. But anyways, I had to kind of solve that, and I solved that by sanding it down to give me more angle right here to push the string down. Because before I was moving the string around, it was just like floating over this, and I couldn't raise this, I couldn't lower that, I couldn't raise this. This is working like a dream. This is 20. I was aiming for this to be a 26-inch scale. I wanted to go baritone. It's a 25.5-inch scale, which goes back to the homage I wanted to give using this box type, this Bomba type, which is reminiscent of my #1, made Stars and Bars. So the box type is special. The parts in here are special. This engineering right here is special. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on here. I got this neck wood from that that deal I got from the Jeff Todd parts. Remember the passing of Jeff Todd, a fellow cigar box guitar enthusiast? Didn't know him, but met his wife and got some parts from him. So we kind of want to just shout out that there's his parts right here for this neck. And this right here is a grandpa part. I put over here Psalm 119, 105 through 112. Captain, put that verse on the screen, right? Because this is the 14th year. This is celebrating 14 years of Cigar Box Guitar building in the name of Jesus. Waiting for his return, because life is nutty. 14, Psalm 119, that right there is, there's 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet, Aleph through the Tav. There's 22 letters. In Psalm 119 in your Bible, they did that back then, Aleph, and then he did like remember there were supposed to be Psalms, but he did 22 stanzas, whatever they're called, and I believe there are 8 lines per stanza. And in the Hebrew, it's even cooler because we're not getting the nuance of how they're bouncing off words and stuff, you know, phonetically and stuff. But Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet. When it gets to the 14th letter, that's the number Nun, Nun, and I believe when I was going through Eric Bissell's teaching, check out Eric Bissell, Paleo Sefer. He does a whole thing about the pictures and the numbers and the symbols of the Hebrew alphabet. For anyone who's interested in this kind of nerding out kind of stuff, Nun was like a fish jumping out of the water. So it's symbols kind of like a lightning. It's paleo ancient cave drawing picture. It looks like a fish jumping out of water, almost like a lightning strike or something. And then I'll put it on the screen. But it's number 14. And then in Psalm 119, it's Nun. It's the number 14. That's how it all kind of ties together. It gets nutty, and that's what I'm in retrospect, putting all these together. That's what I find challenging, is like there's all this little small, subtle, like I spent a whole lot of time just getting this right here right, the nut. And then the scale length was important, but it kind of wasn't important because I don't have any frets on here, but I still wanted to keep it whatever. And then you're still kind of trying to keep your pitch and your angle and this and that. I mean, it's like, it's super simple. And when you get it all together, the idea being when we turn it on here after I'm done yapping, and I'm done right now in about 2 more minutes, is just putting together all of these pieces, dude. And then the challenge being is you're taking all these pieces, but instead of running to the hardware store or running to eBay, I literally don't have any money, dude. Like, I made some money at one of these events recently. That went to brakes into some new parts. That's it. Bills. So it's this idea of looking around your immediate environment, right? And then using like this right here, the way this looks and the way I like the way it unfolds is, this wasn't like pre-planned. There's some ideas that I write down, but even that stays flexible. So it is this sort of like amalgamation, I don't know if that's the right word, this stew pot, this jambalaya this shish kebab dragonfly technique of clamping. How, I guess I'm kind of just like freeform jazzing right now, like what it means to build Cigar Box guitars and why I find it so stimulating. And maybe we don't even have to understand why you find it so stimulating. Maybe we just do stuff because we like doing it, and then you just do it, and then you don't really have to explain it. Let's just see how it sounds, dude. All right, so idea one was to drill the hole through there, and then came in front. See that? Came in the front and locked it in that way. But see, that's all messy. So then I thought, because I'm trying to keep this right here like super pretty, super simple. You know what I'm saying? Like simple, like fret holes. So then I thought slotting it, that did an okay job. But then it got all yoinky, like slotting it. So then yesterday, my quasi eureka moment was doing it like you, I think like you were saying, like doing it like this. So have the hole 1, 2, 3, and then they do that little bit where it insets it, and then I have it like at an angle somehow. So pop it down, slide it down, and then I like insert it again there too. Yeah, it'll be prettier hopefully, like that. And then the idea of being here, dude, was like, yeah, just like this, like hole, slot, fret, and then being fretless, dude, all the way down here. I'm getting ready to get to this part right here today, dude. I just got this grounded out yesterday. Got the groundwater beneath here. I'm hyped about this one. And then the strings are gonna grab right here and pull back. And then when it pulls back, that's when I just don't know what I might just put strings on here, dude, and let it be what it is. This can be adjusted for intonation. I can install that today. I'm gonna change that color out right here. Now, let's just do this. Hey, listen, we're YouTubing, right? This is a reveal video. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. Here's my new, look. All right, so check it. So ideally, you just put your strings in here, and then take it like an Allen. Now you can use your fingers here and twist it, but an Allen wrench does it better. So I got this pretty much right here, and I could do DAD on this. This is 46, 36, 26. That's how the kit came, double ball end. I'm laughing at myself. All right, so I'm doing this in C. I'm gonna call it sharp. I'd rather be sharp than flat, right? I'd rather have a sharp blade than a flat tire. Is it D flat? Is it C sharp? Is it 442? Is it 440? Why did they change it? C, O, N, Spear C. All right, baby. And by the way, I do love my new Boss. Everything Boss makes is the bomb. I should be a Boss salesman. Ready? I have not tried this, and I'm not trying to build it up. Remember, these things are, plug it in. It's always one of these things where it's like you can turn it on and be like, yay! You can turn it on and be like, wah, wah, wah. And then you gotta go downstairs and go trying to figure out what the grounding issue is. I should call this whole channel how to cope with grounding issues in your life, in your Cigar Box guitar building life. All right, you ready? Cap, you ready? I said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was 2 minutes ago. All right. Thank you for. All right, this is everything on top. This is a Tweed 410. It's not. That is not A. All right, let's do this together. Ready? I'm gonna try to not be selfish about this. All ready? Give me a storm, Bree. I hear that? There's jack in here. It's junk. I'm just saying it's not a thing. It came off when I was wiring it. It's not a dissing the dude. Let's get some reverb, spring, and then let's do some chorus. Why don't you just do it clean, right? All right, let's just do it clean with a little bit of reverb. That's crazy, dude. These buttons do all different weird stuff. Watch. I have no idea. I can't put this. I can't give you the. I can't give you the gratuitous. This one right here. Turn it off.
God don't lie.
All right, so we're gonna figure all this out later. But it works.
Down below.
Let's just make noise now.
Oh, do dang. I'm talking. God don't lie. Fire down
That
below.
song is from Glenn Kaiser and Daryl Mansfield. Is that right, dude? Did I say their names backwards? Yo, look at this. This is just a hinge that I've been like literally spacing out on. Like this is just a hinge I had originally. It only had 1, 2 holes in it. I'm over here inspired by Ned Steinberger, dude. His headless idea. I'm almost done, dude. Listen, check it out. The 14-year anniversary is almost done. I've been dragging my feet on this part because there's like literally 1,000 different ways to do this part right here. That right there. I was gonna do it this way. There was several challenges I threw myself out. Like I jumped out of the boat, okay? Here's the boat right here, and I jumped out of the boat. I used ball ends, double ball ends. I was gonna do this number. The problem, not the problem, the challenge is the double ball ends are one length. They don't, I mean, they'll stretch a little bit to, you know, to get to what, you know, they'll stretch a little bit, but to get to tune, to pitch. And then I tried this idea. This is the one idea, I believe, set screw clamp is what Ned Steinberger, dude, I emailed him and he emailed me back. No joke. That's so cool. Anyways, he said the double ball ends would not be good for this application. And yeah, I had kind of already committed to the application before I reached out to him. But he did give me the idea of what something that's called a set screw clamp. Within the engineering world, I have not gotten to that place yet. So what am I doing? Right here. 'Cause I'm almost done. That's why I wanted to show you. And away we go, Captain Run. Start camera. All right, this one right here, look, this one right here, I gotta pick up my logo. This one right here, number, I don't even know what number this is. This is the 14th year I've been building. Praise Jesus, who cares? I note these things and I try to build to honor the Lord, so I honor him by making these little sort of milestone, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Builds, just to kind of remember, I don't know, growth. This one reminds me with the headstock with the deal. It's just, you know, just the challenge of it. You start off building your first cigar box guitar. It's fun, you're into it, you just build one, and then you're like, you just start playing it, and that's the only one you build. That's your number one. That's actually cool. I wish I could have stopped there, like built my number one and been like, whatever. You keep going, and then you know, just constantly trying to challenge yourself. Speaking of challenging myself, I need to challenge myself to pull over here and make sure I have to go pick up my little girl, because their plans change like all of the flipping time. We're good. 14 years building headstock. That's like a whole art. Just building your headstocks. There's a traditional sort of really simple, which is what we love, because you know, we're just trying to keep it silly simple. But headless is it offers a whole different set of challenges. I like them. I like the look of it. I like the feel of it. I like to, when I'm playing, just like, you know, I'm just like trying to stay laser focused on the fretboard. And you know, it's like a focus thing. I'm just babbling, dude. I'm jazzed. It took me forever to get the headstock. Cap, let's just do like a voiceover and then run the build while I'm yip yapping, and then we'll just what time is it? All right, so right about 1, right? 5. All right, stop. Headstocks, headless. I spent the first half of the morning on the nut. There's like a whole bunch of different ways to do this. I'm trying to video log it, whatever. Just sharing with you the creative process, you know, how the sausage is made. It's a horrible analogy, by the way. But I'm trying to think and drive. So there's 100 different ways. Well, there's not 100 different ways. There's a few different ways to do this headstock. And that X marks the spot. Too funny, dude. Look. That's west. See the I love you tree? Look. That's the I love you tree. I love you, Lord Jesus. Look. I love you as a X marks the spot here. Watch, get a good shot of put it right in the center of the camera. This guy right here, he's going to Mars. Look. he's gonna go to Mars. This guy right here, where's he going? That's west. So he's going, and that's south. Trippy. Okay. This is the first maiden voyage of this build. Just put it together, just wired it. It has not been intonated. Like, how do you intonate a fretless? I mean, do you need to? And then, you know, all the little, but this is the, just setting it up, plugging it in, what does it do? Well, that gave it a lot of balls right there. That's B. I'm gonna have to get that. There's a control panel that comes with. So that must be the, dude. That's the piezo. That's sick. Listen. B. That's B. So what's A? All right, let's give it some ball. Let's give it some. Turns it off. It's not even feeding back, dude. Grounding. Silent as a little kitten. There's no position markers at all. So making noise, getting ready, I don't know what intonation is going to matter, but it is 25.5 from here to here. I'll keep playing with it. Thanks for watching these videos. There's really nothing exciting happening now. Other than I got to learn this. Love it. Now it's not in tune. I just got the strings on here and I just built this today. I gotta make it look pretty later. I hope it works, dude. 25.5 inch scale.